I had 3 tumors. They had to open up the skull because this portion of my skull is damaged, and there was one tumor which is 3.5 centimeters. The third one was right in my spinal cord. I thought this could be the end of my life. My name is Davidson, and I live in UAE for the past 16 years. I work for an advertising agency. I'm married and I have 2 boys. I always had issues with my neck because in work style and the mari, and I drive a couple of hours in a day, but like 1.5 hours in the morning and another 2 hours in the evening. So because of that, I thought I had severe neck pain every now and then I used to get.
Then it became so normal with him. It became a part of his lifestyle mari. So அதனால நாங்க ஒரு தலைவலிக்குன்னு எப்பவுமே நாங்க டாக்டரை பார்த்ததே இல்லை. So this visit was such an accidental one, but then later we came to know that it was God's plan. Normal doctor visitsலாம் முடிச்சிடலாமே அப்படின்னு தான் நாங்கள் போன இடத்துல there was something really shocking which awaited us.
Doctor told us to do a couple of tests, and then we came to know that there was a compression in my neck, and then he said that I had 3 tumors in my brain. We were shocked, we were shattered.
I was scared. I saw his hand start shaking.
I had 3 tumors, and that's undeniable, and that was a fact, and it was there. The next step is surgical intervention. Kandipa theva. You have to remove the tumor because it's not 1, it is 3. All the 3 tumors are quite big and close to about 3.5 centimeters. The first one was right on my forehead, pressing the brain, and the second was on my temple, and that had actually eaten up my skull bone. 3.5 centimeters of my skull bone was eaten up, and third one was right in my spinal cord, in between cerebrum and cerebellum.
Life just changed in 2 months for us. The day we came to know, it was on 7th August. My husband, myself, and we were with my aunt and uncle. They came. 4 perum, we were like totally blank. We didn't know what to do. But all we did was, there was a coffee shop there. We sat there, had coffee, and எல்லாருமே 4 பேருமே சிரிச்சு பேசின மாதிரி இருந்தோம். But all 4 of us had some kind of, like what next? They felt, how is Davidson going to handle it, my husband, and how is Preetha going to take it up? All I decided was, I'll not go and Google and see. That kept me, even till now, I haven't Googled to see what it was, or maybe that just helped me to go through with this process along with him. Maybe na paathirundena, I would have been really scared.
During this time, my cousin was getting married, and we were expecting all our family from back home from India to be here. We were expecting about 30-35 people were coming from India. Knowing my future is at stake, I thought that what if I don't survive? What if I don't come back whole? What I thought was, why not I enjoy this gathering? Why not I spend the happy moments together with my family? And that was the main reason why I didn't want to do the surgery immediately after I came to know. Though doctor insisted that I have to do the surgery ASAP. I've heard people talking about tumor and what kind of after effects they would have and how life-threatening it is. Thinking all that, I knew that I was not going to make it, but deep inside, I always had faith in God, and I believed that God had a purpose in my life, and there is something that He's going to do in my life, that He's going to bring me back alive. The moment I came to know about my tumor, we only got in touch with one doctor, Dr. Sharon. She was working with Dr.krishsridhar, MGM Hospital, Chennai. And reports complete check panita, all the scans, documents, all reports and check panita. He said, let's get on a video consultation with me. So later he told me. The one thing which I clearly understood is, and the whole question, 2 page of question, he answered all our questions. That was more than enough for us to be convinced with the doctor. And நாங்கெல்லாம் யாரும் அதுக்கப்புறம் இதை பற்றி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணவும் இல்லை, ரிசர்ச் பண்ணவும் தேவையில்லை, because he said, you come, we'll do the surgery, split the surgery into 2 half. First we do your surgery on the first forehead, the temple in the remove பண்ணிடலாம், second surgery spine பண்ணலாம்னு சொல்லிட்டு he said 3 weeks you can go back to UAE ன்னு சொன்னாரு.
Doctors kept saying, let's see, because in a surgery pannadan we'll come to know whether it is cancerous or non-cancerous. but they were very positive. They never let us down, you know. They kept encouraging my husband and me when we went there. Don't worry, this is nothing, we'll remove the tumor and then we'll find out what tumor it is.
When we had the doctor's consultation, that's when I really knew what was going on with my dad. Because my dad is not that kind of a person who would express himself, and he never really wants other people to know about his pain. And why is he not telling? As a son, I should be there for him.
So just like everyone, we also planned enough about our travel, about our stay. Regarding our finance, yes, of course, there were a lot of things that was running my head in terms of how expensive my surgery is going to be, how are we going to meet the needs at home, even if I survive, will I be in a position to earn and take care of the family. Similarly, I always wanted to go back to my home in Chennai. The house was locked for a year because my mom stayed with me. Just the day before I was about to take the flight, I came to know that the entire house had termite and the entire woodwork was gone. So there is no way that we could step into the house. And we were in a no man's land because we didn't know how things would change after this and where we would go and stay. And everything was not as per our plan. And this is where I realized that no matter what we plan, no matter what you decide you want to be in life, but God has a different plan in your life. And so it's high time that I say, Lord, please take control of the situation. Just as my dad always tells me, just allow things to happen to God's will. As soon as we reached India, the same day we were supposed to get admitted to the hospital. The first surgery, it starts from here and it goes all the way till here. They had to open up the skull because this portion of my skull is damaged, and there was one tumor which is 3.5 centimeters. This portion was pressing my brain, so they had to obviously remove this part and then had to remove a tumor from here, and then the damaged portion of my skull bone was removed and they replaced it with a titanium mesh. My first surgery was planned the day after I got admitted in the hospital. I'm generally a person who's not for hospitals and doctors. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி கேள்விப்பட்ட உடனே எனக்கு முதல்ல பயமே ஊசி. ஸோ பேசிக்காகவே நான் ஒரு இன்ஜெக்ஷனாலே பயப்படுவேன். கேன் யூ பிலீவ் தட் அட் திஸ் ஏஜ் ஐ எம் ஸ்கேர்ட் ஆஃப் த டைனியஸ்ட் நீடில். My mom, my wife was with me, and my friend was also with me. We were all trying to be bold, we were all trying to be strong, we were all trying to put up a smile, we were encouraging each other, and but deep inside only each one of us know the kind of pain, the kind of pressure, the kind of tension எங்களுக்குள்ளே எவ்வளோ இருந்துச்சுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு எல்லாருக்குள்ளேயும் உள்ளே இருந்தது. பட் யாரையுமே வெளியில் காட்டிக்கல. everybody were trying to say no, it's fine, it's okay, this is how it's going to be, let's see this. யாருமே அதை பற்றி ஒருத்தர் கூட வெளியில் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணிக்காம we were all trying to somehow get rid of these kind of words or topicலே உள்ளே போகக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்கள் இருந்தோம்.
Still remember going to school and still thinking about him, wasn't paying attention in class. And then I went to the washroom, I washed my face, went through the day. I came home, I asked Jonabas if the surgery was over. He said it's still going on. After a few hours, he told the surgery was over and he was fine. I felt calm.
The second surgery was planned exactly 7 days after my first surgery, and by God's grace I was fit, I was perfectly fine, and we were looking forward to it. I know God was in control, but as human, நம்ம மனுஷ தன்மையில் நம்மளுக்கு இருக்கிற அந்த வீக்னஸ் எனக்கு it was like really hitting me hard that night, because early morning I know I will be taken to the operation theatre, but that night was very crucial for me. It was very painful. தூங்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆனால் தூக்கம் வராது. முழிச்சிட்டு இருக்கணும்னு நினைப்பேன், ஆனால் பயமாக இருக்கும். So இதெல்லாம் the fear was gripping me so much. I was taken to the operation theatre, and I was with a broad smile said a big bye to my family, and I went to the operation theatre, and just like the previous one I prayed and I said, Lord, may your will happen in my life அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு உங்களுடைய சித்தத்துக்கு நான் ஒப்படைக்கிறேன் சுவாமி, நீ என்ன எனக்கு வச்சிருக்கிறீரோ எனக்கு அதை காட்டுங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் ஜெபம் பண்ணேன்.
That spine surgery, I knew that it was complicated because Like I usually in YouTube I see like a lot of videos, and I see like few people, like the people who I watch, they like suddenly they'll be like, I'm going through surgery, and they'll tell that they have a tumor on their spine. After the surgery they'll upload like a new video telling that my hand is not moving, I can't speak properly, so like that. So I got scared for that surgery.
அந்த லாபியில் உட்காந்துட்டு we were just praying, and I have a journal which I kept writing for Atta from the day one I came to know. So I would sit there and I'll keep writing, and Bible verses, promises எழுதிட்டு அவங்க உட்காந்து ஜோம் பண்ணிட்டே தான் இருந்தேன். The doctors are there who's taking care of him, but I knew all powerful God's presence there. I was not panicking at that point of time.
All of a sudden I started hearing people calling me by my name, David, and சத்தமா கூப்பிடுறாங்க, என்னை எழுப்புறாங்க. I knew somebody was shaking me, hitting me, என் முகத்தில் தட்டுறாங்க, என்னை எழுப்புறாங்க. I know they must be screaming loud, but எனக்கு எங்கோ தூரமாக ஏதோ ஒரு கிணல்லேருந்து யாரோ பேசுகிற மாதிரி எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிச்சு. But all I could hear was, sir, அவர் மூச்சு விட மாட்டாரு, he's not breathing on his own, he needs some support. And பக்கத்துலேயே இன்னொரு கான்வர்சேஷன், சரி அவர் பண்ண மாட்டார், ப்ரீத் பண்ண மாட்டார், he's not on his own, he's not trying, he's not able to அப்படின்றாங்க. ஸோ எனக்கு என்னன்னா, why am I not able to breathe, let me try breathing சொல்லிட்டு அவங்க சொல்கிற கமாண்டுக்கு I'm pushing myself to breathe. But somewhere I'm not able to respond to the command. I felt I was sinking. எனக்கு தெரியுது, எனக்கு ஏதோ நடக்குது, something negative is happening in எனக்கு தெரியுது. But at the same time I also wanted to listen to doctor or the team's command and breathe on my own. I hear the team unanimously deciding to put me on ventilator. They said, sir, he has to be on ventilator because he's not breathing on his own. Everybody agreed. அவங்க அக்ரி பண்ணுற வரைக்கும் எனக்கு காதில் விழுது. அண்ட் அந்த மோமெண்ட்டில் I said, போச்சு, ஐம் டன், இனிமேல்ட்டு என் லைஃபு என்கிட்ட இல்லை. I don't know what's happening after this. I open my eyes and I see myself alive in the ICU ward, neuro ICU. So I couldn't move my neck, neither could I move my body. All I could do was just open my eyes and look around. I was wide all over with ventilator pipes in my mouth. I couldn't talk, I couldn't move my hands, they were all punctured all over. And I was lying down in the ICU bed, and then I realized I got my life back and I'm alive. In neuro ICU, you don't know what the patient is going through because it's all related to your brain and nerves. I was so worried because I saw people who are asking for something that they know it is right next to them, but they don't realize it is next to them. They don't even know that because they were not in their consciousness. I didn't know if I was in the same state of mind. I didn't know if I was just the same because I was wired, I was in ventilator. All I did was I just opened my eyes, but I could hear people, different people screaming and asking for help. Doctors came and they said I'm good enough to be out of ventilator. That was another moment that I will always cherish because I knew I could breathe on my own. I didn't need support anymore. ICU, I would say, actually teaches life lessons because no matter how rich you are, no matter how big you are, no matter how popular you are, just another patient in the ICU. In a fraction of a second, life can turn upside down. Where you are, what you would be tomorrow, nobody knows. I was in the right hands, at the right hospital, with the right doctors, and with my family's support and the prayers. There were so many people who were praying for me when I was undergoing this surgery. Right from the day we came to know that I was diagnosed with a tumor. I'm very grateful to my church pastor, Pastor Edwin, because he was like a dad. He was constantly checking on my health, my status, what I was doing, how I was progressing. In a day he used to even call a couple of times to my wife or send message, voice message, and check on me. And all my church elders, my friends, my church members.
People were fasting and praying for my husband. தெரியாதவங்க, தெரிஞ்சவங்க, that kind of a burden that they had. And usually surgeries are only an hour or couple of hours, but when we came to know this surgery took place close to 8 hours, 9 hours, people were still fasting and praying for him. அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியமா இருந்துச்சு.
When I first came to know about this tumor, I never questioned God. I was instead questioning myself. I got this tumor because I was a sinner? Is it because of the mistakes that I did? Or did I do anything against God? Or is it because of my ancestors' sin or mistake that I am being punished for it? So I was questioning myself. But later, post my surgery, the kind of recovery that I was getting, I was no way getting that recovery like the doctor expected, much faster than what it was supposed to be, So that was the time I started questioning God. Lord, why am I getting this recovery so fast? Why people are seeing me that I'm recovering much faster than the doctors and others are expecting me? He started revealing me again and again and again and again. He said, I did this not because of you or not because of to prove something, to someone, but I did this so that His name will be glorified. People who see me today saying their prayers were answered with my healing. People who see me today are encouraged to pray for others, are encouraged. The God that we serve today is true God, and He is a miracle working God.
My biggest prayer, I would say almost on a daily basis, was, let Him find strength. That is also one of the reasons why I decided to take baptism as well. When something so powerful happens in front of you, to your own family itself, knowing that, God has done a miracle in front of you, what more do you need? It was a complete miracle where he started driving in the first a month or two later after surgery itself, which was a pretty big thing.
When we go visit our doctors, they say, Davidson, you're walking and coming, you drove and came, nee kavale padada. All these other weaknesses will take time. Don't bother about that. நீயே எல்லா காரியமும் பண்றேன்னா don't worry. இந்த கை வருதா வரலையா, or is my fingers coordinating? Don't think about all that. Just go celebrate life. The Lord has given you another life. Just go enjoy with your family. That's what we heard. Every doctor who met, who positively encouraged us every hospital visit that we went.
What we as a family learned from this situation was, make sure you always surround yourself with people who pray for you, and in return you can pray for them as well. Because of that, they were able to bring my dad back to me.
I started driving within a month and a half after this surgery. I played drums in my church. I never thought I would go back and sit in my drum and start playing again to be part of a worship team, but in less than 3 months I was back on my drum. The recovery process is much faster than anybody could ever expect. That's what my God did to me, and I'm here in front of you just praising and thanking God for what He did in my life. No tumor is bigger than God. Today I wanted to encourage you all those who are watching this video. You are seeing a person, a miracle person, who has experienced God's miracle directly. I'm talking to you, and I encourage you all to not give up on your faith, because the God who did this for me can do it for you. So never give up on what you trust, because He helped me to overcome one of the most critical surgery, and today I'm alive, healthy, and I'm able to experience His goodness. I experience His mercy, His favor. So don't let go of His hand, no matter what the situation may be. It's not about sickness, no matter what the situation may be that you're facing. Just stay strong, believe in Him, and surrender yourself completely. Don't have a percentage of doubt that will God be able to do it. Yes, our God is bigger, stronger, more powerful than you and I can ever expect. He is capable and He is willing to help you. Just believe and surrender yourself and your life. He will help you go through whatever you are going through. God bless you.